in this week's WWE, it's been very interesting with the whole Brie Bella almost murdering people and herself.
Bro, what is... They're super rusty. I don't think they should... at least Brie.
Oh, we're just jumping straight into this. Okay, let's do this.
I don't know. Are we?
Yeah, let's jump into it.
I don't know, bro. I couldn't do it. I felt bad for the... what was her name?
Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
It was interesting. The match was it was okay,
It was
and then
horrible.
and then it went flat. It fell apart.
Nobody knew what to do because you can tell the whole match was probably like choreographed pretty well.
Yeah,
and that's why like everybody was confused.
Yeah.
But I think Natalia kind of just came in and did the...
Well, Natalia being the veteran there,
she had to kind of step in and did what she did, but she need her right, I think, on top of the bridge of the nose, like right in the bro.
So there was the initial kick, which obviously I looked at the video a few times. You know what I mean? I maybe looked at it maybe like 8 times, and this is at least what I got from the video. The initial kick, it looks like Brie Bella might have kicked a little higher. So that
was it supposed to be on the chest?
It's supposed to be on the chest.
Yeah.
And from what I saw, it looked like Brie had her head up, so not even looking at Liv. She had her head up, kind of like, hey crowd, blah blah. And the kick went a little higher than it was supposed to.
And she was coming back.
And then she was coming back down, and then the second kick looked like it was gonna hit the correct spot, but because she was coming back down, it obviously hit her in the head. Hit her in the head twice. So that's what I took away from it. Look, I am not a wrestler. I am not a professional wrestler, nor do I don't know. I just know, hey, you're supposed to take the kick in the chest. That's pretty much it. But I mean,
she literally knocked her out, bro.
She knocked her out. She got a concussion. So yeah.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. It was confirmed she got a concussion. So she's gonna have to be evaluated and pass all the concussion protocol tests that WWE has. I don't think when is
in 2 weeks.
It's in 2 weeks. Yeah, maybe she'll be ready by then. Maybe. If not, they'll have to throw somebody in. They'll have to throw somebody else in there. Yeah, if not, they'll have to throw in another.
I felt so bad for her, bro. You can tell. I was telling you that you can tell. Ruby Riott looked pretty pissed.
You know what? I didn't pay attention because everything fell apart for me from there. So I didn't pay attention. Did she come back and take up suplex too?
Yes.
She came back.
She was a trooper. She came back. She did the suplex, and then I think she did something else. I don't know. You know how they were like dragging her to the corner so they can tag in. After that, they just threw her on the floor, and she was
until medical personnel.
Well, speedy recovery to Liv Morgan.
Well, what do you think about this? So I mean, I know you were texting me. You were like,
oh well, I think that.
Go ahead and rant, dude.
No, that's like dangerous. The thing is that this is not the first match that they fuck up in.
It's true.
The other time she almost killed herself.
Yeah.
She couldn't go through the ropes.
The ropes, yeah.
Like we said, we're not wrestlers or anything like that, but like that's some ring rust, I guess you can say. Yeah. But it's dangerous. I'm like, dude, like they shouldn't be wrestling right now.
It's definitely ring rust and inexperience, I guess you can say. I mean they're not good. I think Nikki is the better of the two, but Brie was never really good. And just because she's Daniel Bryan's wife doesn't mean she's ever going to be good. Just some people have natural abilities, and some people are just don't really have those type of natural abilities. Some people have to work a little harder to get those natural abilities. Then it might come easier as for a Daniel Bryan or for some other wrestlers it might come easier. She might have to work a little harder for it. So yeah, it's got to be ring rust for sure and inexperience, because I still don't think they're very experienced wrestlers. You know what I mean?
They weren't on for that long, were they?
Well, they were. It's because I don't remember. They were never full-time wrestlers, or maybe they were, and that was because I know that they wrestled a lot during the time that I wasn't watching wrestling. Yeah, and you were watching wrestling during that time as well. So they were wrestling a lot during that time, or at least they were part of the superstars. Yeah, there. I don't know if they were wrestling a lot during that time, so I wouldn't be able to say. I know Brie was Women Divas Champion, and I know Nikki was Divas Champion as well. Back when they were doing the twin switching and stuff like that. I think Brie, that's when Brie was champion. So I know that they've wrestled a lot even before we were watching, when we came back to watch it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. it just seemed very rusty.
Yeah, very bad. Very bad. It just the whole match just fell apart right after that. Like even the announcers were like, what was it, Michael?
She's been taken to a medical facility. She's like right there, she's right there. Oh man, Michael Cole.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, that match was horrible.
It was super bad. It was really horrible.
It was super bad.
But yes, I'm with you. Speedy recovery to Liv Morgan, because I'm a big fan of the Riot Squad. I've said it plenty of times.
Yeah, all three of them were good.
All three of them. I like the Riot Squad a lot, and they've gotten better. I think when Ruby was always the most talented one out of the trio, and she still is, I believe. But when Ruby went down, Sarah and Liv really just worked really hard to make sure that Riot Squad maintained a high level.
Oh yeah,
they really stepped it up. They really did, and during that time when Ruby was out, they really got my attention. And I'm like, wow, this is a legit group. These three girls are legit girls.
Which showed them off because Ruby Riot, out of all of course the three of them, they kind of like emphasize on her.
Yeah.
Because
she's got the most experience.
Yeah, then everything.
She's the most talented one.
But when they were when she was gone, it showed Liv Morgan and. What was the other girl's name?
Sarah
Logan. That they can wrestle because they actually made them wrestle, and they did. They had really good matches because they're actually very talented girls. So
yes, they are.
It's a good solid group.
It is. It's a very good solid group, and we've talked about this actually weeks and weeks and weeks, and we've talked about tag teams and women's tag teams, and I feel like it's a missed opportunity for if you have a women's division and not place titles on like a Riot Squad where you can have that type of atmosphere that the New Day. I know New Day is
we were doing the baby face, the trio one,
but you could have the trio being the women's tag team champions.
Yeah,
I think I'm a big fan of that group. I'm a big fan of the group, so I really do hope that Liv
Liv lives through it.
Liv lives through it, and Brie stops trying to murder herself or murder people. But
get her back into the what's it called?
But accidents happen, I guess.
No, it's true. It's true. Accidents happen. We're not bagging her like that, but we're just kind of like, man, I don't know. It was bad. Like it could have been worse, but thank God it wasn't.
Yeah, that's true.